Benjamin Franklin, the man who captured lightning, 1706 to 1790. Philadelphia, 1752. The sky darkened like ink spilled over parchment. Wind howled, thunder rolled, and a gray-haired man stood beneath the storm, holding a simple kite with a metal key tied to its string. To some, he looked like a madman. To history, he would become the man who tamed the heavens. Benjamin Franklin was born in 1706 in Boston, the 15th of 17 children, poor, curious, and stubbornly self-taught. He left school at 10, worked as a printer, and devoured every book he could find. But Franklin was no ordinary tradesman. His mind burned with questions. Why does lightning strike? Why do storms move? What is electricity? At night, in his modest workshop, he built glass globes, metal rods, and primitive capacitors. He watched sparks leap between them like tiny bolts of lightning, and he realized that electricity was not magic, but nature itself. In a world still steeped in superstition, Franklin dared to call lightning electric fire. He wrote, "What we call lightning is but a sudden discharge of the same electrical matter that pervades all creation." It was a thought so bold that it rewrote the relationship between earth and sky. In 1752, as storms brewed over Philadelphia, Franklin set out to prove it. He raised a kite into the thunderclouds, its string damp with rain, a metal key dangling below. When the storm crackled, the fibers of the string stood on end, and a tiny spark leapt to the key. Lightning, the terror of mankind, had just been caught by human hands. Franklin's experiment was more than science. It was a declaration of courage, that nature's power could be understood, not feared. From that discovery came inventions that changed the world: the lightning rod, protecting homes and ships from fire; the Leyden jar experiments that inspired early electricity studies; and the principle that would, centuries later, lead to electrical power, telecommunications, and the very modern age. In the 20th century, Nobel Prizes in physics and chemistry would be awarded to those who stood on Franklin's shoulders. From Marie Curie to Einstein, from Planck to Feynman. But Franklin was more than a scientist. He was a philosopher, a writer, and a revolutionary. He founded libraries and universities, created the first fire department in America, and penned one of the world's first works on self-discipline, Poor Richard's Almanac. His wit was sharp, his reason practical, and his belief in humanity unwavering. When his country called, he answered, not with the sword, but with diplomacy and wisdom. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence, negotiated peace with France, and became one of the founding fathers of the United States. He once said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." To Franklin, science and liberty were twins, both born from curiosity and courage. In 1790, at the age of 84, Franklin passed away, a statesman, inventor, and philosopher whose experiments had bridged heaven and earth. When he died, the French National Assembly mourned him as one who snatched the lightning from the sky and the scepter from tyrants. 2 centuries later, his image would still shine on currency, in classrooms, and in every spark of electric light. A reminder that progress begins not with power, but with wonder. Benjamin Franklin never won a Nobel Prize. But without him, there would be no Nobel Science to honor. He proved that lightning could be caught, that knowledge could be freedom, and that a single spark of curiosity could illuminate the world.